Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jones Journal presentation of Jones Longhorns basketball. And we're coming to you live tonight from Jones High School in the Stevens Chase Center. And this is the 2021 Jones Kiwanis Invitational Tournament that's really been turned into more of a festival this year with the COVID protocols. And we've had several teams have to drop out of the festival already this week. And this game here tonight is part of that, as the Lady Longhorns come in ranked number 2 in the state, and they are going to host the Lindsay Leopardettes. Lindsay, whose boys team had to drop out of the tournament earlier in the week, only will have the girls in, and tonight later the Longhorns, the boys team, will play Cushing, whose girls team had to drop out just yesterday. So this schedule has been revamped about 3 times in the last 2 days, but now it's set. We've had 2 sessions already today with Bethany and Locust Grove playing in the earlier session, and then starting off the day, John Marshall and Perkins boys and girls games earlier today. This weekend, the Lady Longhorns will play Lindsay tonight. Tomorrow night, they'll play Locust Grove, and Saturday morning at noon, they'll play Perkins. So they've got 3 games, which for them is good since they've only played 5 games so far this year and come in at 4-1. They're coming off of game Tuesday that was rearranged due to COVID. Originally it was supposed to be Luther coming to Jones, and Luther was not able to come over and make that trip. So the Longhorns picked up a game at Millwood, where the girls were ranked number 8 in the state, and the Jones girls won over and won handily, 64-43, in a game that honestly was not quite as close as even that score indicates. At points, Jones is up 30, and Millwood made a little break there at the end to make it close. Bringing my broadcast partner tonight, Tessa Durrell. And Tessa, what are a few things that you're looking for tonight out of the Lady Longhorns?
I think after coming off that game with Millwood, tonight's going to be a really special opportunity to keep that momentum going and keep on rolling. You know, after talking with some of the girls, I spoke with Abby Stramsky, and she's just still so thankful that they even get to play this year. So I think this opportunity to actually still get to play in this festival is special, so they can keep that momentum going in for the rest of the season.
Okay, at this time, we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. All right, and now we're going to look at the starting lineups for both clubs. First, for Lindsay, they'll start with a sophomore, number 1, Cameron Perry, a junior, number 5, Taryn Phillips, another junior, number 13, Kaylee Markham, a senior, number 24, Hallie Taylor, and a junior, number 30, Morgan Robinson. And Cushing comes into this year off of a solid year last year. They've been in the Jones tournament for the past 6 or 7 years, as I can remember, and they've always had competitive teams here the last few years. And now looking at the starting lineups for Jones. Of course, it starts with a sophomore, Zoe Tucker. She's averaging 5.6 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, and 3.6 steals. She had 8 steals Tuesday night against Millwood, so she's doing a great job on defense. Point guard, number 23, Boston Berry, 6 points per game, 2.6 assists per game, runs the offense at that position. Another sophomore on the wing, number 32, Jalen Maples, averaging 8.6 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and assists and a half per game. And so inside, the duo of Trinity and Tirza Moore. First, Trinity Moore averaging 10.6 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, and 0.6 blocks per game. And finally, Tirza Moore, a senior, averaging 15.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and just under a block per game. And Tessa, that power duo inside has given their opponents a lot of trouble this year, matchup-wise.
Yes, it has. There's not very many teams with the kind of lineup we have as far as posts go, you know, with the Moores and young Sophie Woodson. That gives our team so many unique opportunities under the basket.
That's always a good point. We get one of the Moores off the bench, you might get a 6'2 freshman instead of a 6'1 post in there. So Longhorns have been blessed with a lot of size the last few years, and that continues here. And the defense showed marked improvement last Tuesday against Millwood as they held the Falcons to single digits in points 3 of the 4 quarters until the end, when the benches were pretty much cleared out and everybody was got to play at the end. So here we go. We'll see how the Longhorns control the tip as they normally do. And Trinity Moore has the ball for the Longhorns. They open on offense. Boston Berry, right side to Zoe Tucker. Back to Berry in the corner for 3. She hit it. And that's a Jones Kiwanis Club 3-pointer. Way to start the game off for the Longhorns. 3-0 quickly. Full court pressure by the Longhorns against Cushing. And that's Taryn Phillips with the ball. Working against the pressure from the Longhorns by Maples and Tucker. To the right side, she picks up her dribble. In trouble. Ball's fought for. We have a jump ball. It'll be Tiger basketball. Cushing gets the ball into Cameron Perry. She'll dribble against Jalen Maples. Longhorns in man-to-man defense. Markham with the basketball. Back to Perry for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, fought for, tipped out of bounds. Jones basketball.
You know, talking about the Longhorn defense, I think, you know, there was definitely some improvement, especially in that Millwood game. I think we saw glimpses of that against Tecumseh, you know, their last game before Millwood, as they were forcing so many turnovers, which gave the Longhorns so many opportunities on offense.
Nice offensive movement there. Tirza Moore down to Trinity, and she puts it off the backboard and in. 5-0 quickly Longhorns. Backcourt pressure, and Tessa, that defense will get better just as they play more and more games. Once again, only the 5th game of the year for Jones. As quickly a steal, Trinity Moore goes up, misses the layup, and the Tigers come back quickly the other way. Dribbles picked up, trapped in the backcourt, controlled by Phillips, as she almost had a backcourt violation. 3-point attempt for Cushing, no good by Cameron Perry. And Longhorns back the other way quickly. Jalen Maples with the layup attempt up and in. 7-0 Longhorns. And that gives them the chance to pick up the full court pressure. Perry with the ball. Pass is tipped by Boston Berry. She does chase it down. Attacks the basket. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Tirza Moore. And she'll be fouled. That foul is on Cameron Perry. That will be her first. Tirza Moore at the line for Jones. It bounces around the rim and no good. On the year, Tirza shooting 50% from the free throw line. That's something I know that Coach Holbrook wants the team in general to improve on. as overall they're shooting 54% from the free throw line. So Tirza hits one, makes it 8-0 Longhorns. Cushing quickly breaks the press, and that's number 5, Taryn Phillips right there with the easy lay-in to get the Cushing Tigers on the board. Zoe Tucker on the left wing with the basketball, working against the Cushing zone. Cross court to Barry, down to Tirza, to Trinity, back to Boston for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Tirza, and she'll put it off the backboard and in. 10-2 Longhorns, and Coach Holbrook will take a timeout for the Longhorns quickly. So we've got a 30-second timeout. And while we'll do, the live stream production of the 2021 Jones Kiwanis Club Invitational is brought to you by the following sponsors: the Jones Kiwanis Club, Bank First, Asa Smith Funeral Home, EOC Tech, Madewell and Madewell, Sturdy Stitches, Todd Young CPA, Dustin Wilson with Wilson Sales OK, and the Jones Assembly of God. We thank all those sponsors for being able to let us broadcast all these games. We're live streaming every game from the tournament, and we'll have commentary on the Jones games over the next 3 days. So Cushing underneath the Jones basket. Going to work against the full court press of the Longhorns again. Ball's tipped up and out of bounds. Cushing having a lot of trouble with the length of the Longhorns.
Yes, that seems to be a common issue for most of the teams that our ladies face off with.
Ball's triggered in to Perry. Now she'll work against Jalen Maples. Gets it on the left side to Hallie Taylor. Tried to cross court, was tipped. Controlled by Cushing. The drive in is no good. That was by Taryn Phillips. But the ball went off the Longhorns. It'll be Cushing ball underneath. Tried to go into the post. Ball's knocked away. And the foul will be on Jones. Tirza Moore, her first. And the ball's triggered in to Phillips. She maintains dribble to the left side and is stolen by Jalen Maples. She'll try to attack the basket. She gets cut off by Phillips. So Boston Berry, Tirza Moore, works ball back to Berry, to Trinity Moore in the lane. She knocks down a 10-footer. Nice job of moving the ball by the Longhorns on offense.
Yes, that was a lot of quick movement right there by the Lady Longhorns.
Inbounds pass stolen by Tirza Moore. She'll drive. Excuse me, that's Trinity Moore. She'll drive and put it in. Longhorns up 14-2. Morgan Robinson with the inbound. Now Perry picks up the ball was knocked away. Stolen by Tirza. Down low to Jalen Maples. She's a little too far underneath the basket on that layup attempt right there. And she ended up fouling on the rebound attempt. That'll be her first foul. Second team foul on the Longhorns. Audrey Bain into the lineup for the Longhorns. Ball's tipped. The Longhorns are getting a lot of fingertips on the ball right here, just not really controlling all of it, but that's good effort by them on defense so far tonight.
That effort on defense has just been improving, I think, as the season goes on. You know, it's making their defense more productive, I think.
Ball's inbounded underneath the Cushing basket. And I think I've been saying Cushing all night long. We're playing Lindsay. So it's close enough. Tucker off the backboard and in. So the Longhorns out to a 16-2 lead here in the first quarter. 3 minutes left. Just
Another
a little
tip.
over here in the first quarter. Well, Lindsay and Cushing are both black and orange, and they're both big cats.
Same.
So you
I
can
say
see
the
my
same thing.
confusion in my old age. So we'll move on from that. Jones is playing Lindsay, Tessa.
Lindsay. Leopards.
Leopardettes.
Leopardettes.
Trust me.
I was wrong on that one.
All right, so we have a timeout here within the first quarter. And I'm just getting a text from somebody laughing at me for not knowing what team we're playing. So we'll move on. The Jones Kiwanis Club is an excellent way for you to serve in our community. Sign up for weekly emails to learn more. Email them at joneskiwanisclub@gmail.com. That's joneskiwanisclub@gmail.com. All right, we're back here. 3:07 left here in the first quarter. Jones up 16-2. Once again, pressure in the back court. And the ball will be controlled by the Longhorns after the turnover. A little frustration shown on the Lindsay side on that inbounds pass. So Boston Berry controls the offense. Gets it to Tirza Moore. Audra Bain worked the ball inside to Tirza. Good job. That's a nice pass. That's Abby Stramsky who's come in the ball game for Trinity Moore with the nice pass to Tirza. 18-2 Jones. In the backcourt, that's Jennings working against Bain. She gets the ball up to Tara Stelzig. And the ball's going to be turned over back to Jones. .225 left here in the first quarter. Jones with the ball. Zoe Tucker for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Phillips. She'll bring the ball back the other way. Over the left side to Perry. The ball's stolen by Tirza Moore. She'll take it to the other end off the backboard and in. 20-2 Longhorns. Perry with the ball. Double teamed on the wing by Audrey Bain and Tirza Moore. Ball stolen there by Boston Berry. Down the court to Zoe Tucker. She misses the layup off the backboard, jumps in and gets the jump ball. And I think that's Jones' ball on the jump ball on the possession. We'll have a timeout on the floor as Jalen Maples rejoins the Longhorn lineup. And we'll... All right, we're back. Still a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. That's Lindsay's second timeout they've taken. Jones took one early after they were beat on the press. So it's kind of slowed the action of the game down a little bit here. With 1:37 left in the quarter, Jones controls the ball underneath their basket. Zoe Tucker with the ball. Back to Jalen Maples. Tucker on the wing, three-point attempt, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Abby Stramsky. Maples will drive into the lane. Drops it off to Tirza Moore. Back to Maples for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Leopardettes. And that's Carly Markham on the rebound. Quickly the other way. And the ball stolen back by the Longhorns. Jalen Maples controlling the ball for the Longhorns. Top the key right side to Zoe Tucker. Tucker to Tearsamore, top the key, down low to Abby Stramsky in the lane. Back to Tucker, who drives in. Kicks it out to Jalen Maples for three. That's long. And the rebound's fought for and out of bounds. It'll be Lindsay Ball. And Sophie Tucker. Sophie Woodson. Who's Sophie Tucker? I don't know. Sophie Woodson in the ball game for Jones.
Sophie Tucker might play for Cushing.
Touche. Touche. She probably does. Leopardettes with the ball in the right corner. Guarded by Abby Stramsky. Top of the key to Phillips. Phillips left side to J.C. Albright. On the post down into Aiden Stephen, and she'll be fouled by Sophie Woodson, and that'll be Sophie's first foul. So at the line for Lindsay, number 33, Aiden Stephen. She's a junior. And she knocks down her first attempt. 9.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. Off the rim, no good. Longhorns control the rebound as Lindsay had everyone back off the free throw line there. Audrey Bain skips it to Jalen Maples for three. That was on line, just a little strong. And that'll end the first quarter of play with the score Jones 20 and Lindsay 3. You're listening to Jones Longhorns basketball, brought to you by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back here, about to start the second quarter of play. Jones up 20-3, and Tessa, what do you see so far in this first quarter for the Longhorns?
I think every game, there's always something that the Longhorns have come into the game having improved from the last. And tonight, I think they're a lot quicker moving today on offense than I think I've seen them before this season. So that's super exciting. And, with that strong defense continuing on from the last couple of games and this new quick moving offense, I think there's a lot to be done by the Lady Longhorns today.
So starting the quarter on the floor for Jones, Zoe Tucker, Jalen Maples, Audrey Bain, Abby Stramsky, who steals the ball right there, and Trinity Moore. Those are the five on the floor for Jones. Maples with the ball drives the baseline. Trinity put what's up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lindsay, and they'll come back the other way. Corner three, that's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Perry. She'll put it up high off the glass, no good. And the putback is put in by, looks like 44, Tara Stelzig for the Leopardettes. Jalen Maples with the ball overhead, gets it to Trinity Moore. She'll put up a 14-footer. That's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by J.C. Albright for the Leopardettes as Cameron Perry brings the ball up, drives into the lane, kicks it right side, now down the corner. Right wing three, that's long. blocked out, but no one gets the rebound for the Longhorns. However, it is tipped out of bounds, and Jones will control as Tierzamore back on the floor for Jones. She'll take Abby Stramsky's place. So Maples with the ball. Zoe Tucker. Down low the Tirza. Good high-low action right there between Trinity Moore and Tierzamore. As that, with their size, can be virtually unstoppable against most teams. Once again, full court pressure by the Longhorns. Lindsay having trouble breaking the pressure as they do. Taryn Phillips with the ball. Gets it to Albright. Albright gets it back as Perry's in the left wing. Back to Albright in the corner for three. That skips off the rim. Rebounded by Tirza Moore. And we'll have a foul on Lindsay on 44, Tara Stilzig. Her first, only the second team foul against the Leopardettes. Not many fouls called here in the first half. 3 against Jones. And as I said, 2 against Lindsay.
Looks like the Longhorns bring in Boston Berry for Zoe Tucker.
Maples to Berry. She drives baseline. Nice pass up the elbow to Audrey Bain. Jayla Maples, she traveled right there before she made the drive to the basket. So that'll be a Longhorn turnover. Leopardettes will control in the backcourt. Once again, working against Longhorn pressure. Steven gets the ball to Perry. He goes to Albright. Right corner. That looks like a 2. It was blocked there by Trinity Moore. As Aiden Steven tried the three-pointer in the corner. She may have had her foot on the line. I think it was going to be a 2-pointer if it wasn't blocked by Trinity. Leopardettes try to get the ball in. And I think we had a 5-second call before it was tipped away, so Jones will control the basketball. Nice job defensively by the Longhorns.
I don't think they had any options on that one with both Moore twins right in front. There was no getting out of that inbounds, I don't think.
They took up most of the space in the lane for sure. Put those arms out. That's a lot of body to get by as Lindsay steals the basketball. Block shot attempt no good. Rebounded by Tirza Moore. She gets it to Jalen Maples. Audrey Bain on the left wing. She'll get it back to Maples in the corner. She tries to dribble up. She's fouled there by Cameron Perry. That'll be her second foul. Third team foul against the Leopardettes. Longhorns control the ball in the forecourt. Here comes the drive by Berry all the way to the lane. Up and in. Nice job by Boston right there to get to the basket. But quickly the other way, the Leopardettes break the pressure. Steven on the block, no good. Rebounded by Trinity Moore. Quickly back the other way, the Longhorns. Berry to Tirza Moore. She couldn't get the scoop shot up and in. Kind of an awkward angle right there. And she kicked the ball.
That was a good look there by Boston Berry underneath.
Very nice from the wing. Nice break there by the Longhorns. Just not able to finish that break. As Abby Stramsky will come back in. And also Zoe Tucker returning for Jones. So for Jones, this is a small lineup with both Moores out. As Lindsay breaks the press, but they could not get the ball under control in their end of the court. And it'll go back to the Longhorns. This lineup here has quite a bit of speed and athleticism for Jones. Tucker gets it down to Tirza Moore, who I thought was out of the game, but she's obviously back in. And we have a timeout on the floor. So it looks like I'm about 75% on some of this commentary tonight, folks. So, you know, hopefully the second half, we'll make halftime adjustments here as we
Halftime
finish out
adjustments
the
for the
first half, and
broadcasting.
we'll get it better. You're watching Jones Longhorn Basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back. Just before halftime, Jones leads 26-5, and the Longhorn press is giving Lindsay all it can handle so far tonight. Even when they do break it, Lindsay's having trouble controlling the basketball on their end of the court off the long passes.
The Longhorns aren't giving them any opportunities. Even when they do get to close to the basket, the Longhorns just are able to shut them down right there.
So once again, Lindsay sets up 94 feet from their basket as the Longhorns show pressure. Cross-court pass to J.C. Albright, and the ball's turned over. Quickly the other way, Tirza Moore underneath the basket. Off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for, and we'll have a foul on Tirza Moore. That's her second, fourth team foul on the Longhorns. But really kind of a cheap foul to pick up down there in that situation. Once again, Longhorns pressure in the backcourt. Deep pass down court, and it's knocked away out of bounds by Boston Berry. No, it goes off of Lindsay, so it'll be Jones' ball. Boston Berry drives, and she gets called for a carrying violation before she was able to complete the drive.
You do not see that happen very often.
Sometimes those calls, you'll see a bunch of them, and sometimes you won't see any of them in a game. It's just kind of what the
Especially for
official
our
defends.
girls, you know, that doesn't happen very often for them. It's hard to think that they would get that call there.
Ball knocked away by Zoe Tucker. She'll go to the basket off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Boston Berry. Her follow-away no good. Rebounded by Tucker. Maples to Berry to Tirza. Tirza Moore in the short corner. She'll drive into the basket. Kicks it out to Boston Berry for three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Lindsay. Once again, a ball tipped away, but controlled by the Leopardettes. Being pressured in the backcourt. Good trap there by the Longhorns, and that's going to be a timeout for Lindsay, which I think that's their third timeout they've taken this half. So
I believe so.
They'll have just two left here in the game with another full half to play. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Jones Kiwanis Invitational, this live stream production of the Kiwanis Club Invitational, is brought to you by the following sponsors: Jones Kiwanis Club, Bank First, Asa Smith Funeral Homes, EOC Tech, Madewell and Madewell, Sturdy Stitches, Todd Young CPA, Dustin Wilson with Wilson Sells OK, and the Jones Assembly of God. Once again, we thank all those sponsors for giving us the opportunity to stream these games tonight, tomorrow all day, and Saturday at noon. Saturday will just be one session, and that will involve the Longhorns, as both the Lady Longhorns and the Longhorn basketball teams will take on the Perkins Tryon Demons. That'll be Saturday at noon. And we have 2:46 left here in the first half. Longhorns up 26-5. Once again, Lindsay has to inbound the ball deep in the backcourt, and they'll be working against the Longhorn pressure. Up-court pass Knocked away, stolen by the Longhorns. Berry down low to Zoe Tucker. Her block shot short. Rebounded by Tirza, and she puts it up and in. Makes it 28-5 Jones.
Once again, some good movement on the Longhorn offense. They're working together to get that basket.
Longhorns back off the pressure after that basket. Entry pass into the lane. No good. Rebounded by Tirza. That shot was by Emily Stone for Lindsay. A nice hustle by Hallie Taylor to get down the court to try to knock the ball away. She just went out of bounds. And into the ball game for Jones will be Sophie Woodson and McKenna Cruz, as Abby Stramsky and Tirza Moore leave the game. So Longhorns underneath their own basket, trigger in. Inbound to Cruz. She puts it off the backboard. No good. Rebound fought for, tipped out, as Sophie Woodson was out of bounds when she tipped the ball away.
Good
Lindsay
hustle,
will have
though,
control.
right there. Good attempt at that by Sophie Woodson.
So Longhorns extend their pressure out to half court, out of their zone look. Cross court pass back to the top of the key. Nice ball movement here by Lindsay, making the Jones defense work. Ball in the corner, down in the post. She'll make a move against Woodson. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Sophie Woodson on that attempt. Here comes Boston Berry. She'll put up a 15-footer and make it. Nice shot right there by Boston. Makes it 30-5 Jones. 1:33 left here in the first half. Leopardettes bring the ball back there into the court. Shot attempt blocked there by Woodson. That's going to be a hard shot just to shoot over her. Her arms are extended. Berry to the basket. And they get her for an offensive foul. Those are close calls all the time. I think that one was a close call, but definitely could have gone either way on that.
Yes, definitely.
Jones tried to get a sub in quickly, but the ball was inbounded before they could. So 1 minute left here in the first half. Jones up 30-5 as Phillips takes the ball right side, knocked away. McKenna Cruz controlled it for the Longhorns, and she was fouled by 21 J.C. Albright for Lindsay. That's their fourth team foul. So we'll see here if Coach Holbrook wants one shot or just run the offense naturally.
Looks like Coach Holbrook's brought in number 12, Katie Davis, and number 30, Cadence Park, both seniors on the Longhorn basketball team.
It's Davis with the ball on the right wing. Gets it back to Boston Berry. Looks like the Longhorns may go for the last shot of the quarter right here. 30 seconds left. Davis back to Berry. Berry with the dribble. Left side to Park. It's into Woodson. Down low to McKenna Cruz. She puts one off the backboard, no good. Nice motion by the Longhorns on offense, just unable to convert that basket right there. Quickly back the other way, Lindsay. A deep three from the right wing, no good. Rebounded by Boston Berry as the clock's going to run out in the first half. And we go to halftime with the score Jones 30 and Lindsay 5. And ladies and gentlemen, here in a few moments, we'll have boys basketball coach Derek Verner join us for a halftime interview. But right now, you're watching the Jones Kiwanis Invitational, brought to you by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back here at halftime of the girls' game between Jones and Lindsay as the Longhorns lead 30-5, and we're here welcoming the boys basketball coach Derek Verner for a halftime interview. And Coach, you guys coming off another close loss to a team, but this time not just any team, the number one team in the state at their place. A very hard-fought game against Millwood. Just give us some of the thoughts on the game from that Tuesday night.
Yeah, I mean when you go into a team's place like that, on the road to one of the top teams in the state. I mean, it's a tough matchup, but once again, one of those close games that we put ourselves in the position to win. It just didn't come up our way, but we're building, and a lot of good things that we got out of that game. We was able to move the ball really, really well during that game, not force a whole lot of shots. Getting where we're working our offense inside out. That's our goal, is to work inside out. We tell those guys when we get it into Carson, it opens everything up for them. Teams tend to focus on him. It seems like they think he's the only guy we got. But right now we got 3 guys averaging in double digits. We've had 7 different guys scoring double digits. So we're going to punish teams for pretty much focusing on him. Defensively, I thought our guys did really, really well defensively against them. I mean, you hold a team like that to 53 points. Our guys did a really, really good job of keeping them from the rim, making them take shots that they didn't want to take.
Well, a couple points you did make there, and watching the game Tuesday night, I thought the same thing. I thought that was one of Carson's best games overall, just how you guys ran the offense through him. And having a 6'7", 6'6" kid in the middle there that can see what's happening defensively and where the open guy is, to help you guys' 3-point percentage, having open looks instead of contested looks right there.
Yeah, that, and it allows other guys to cut off him too. Like Ty Tucker is great cutting on the backside when they all collapse down on him. So that's what our guys are starting to read, and he's really good at looking for those guys cutting off of him.
And also, the other point was how your offense kind of controlled the flow of the game. And Millwood, athletically, if you get up into a track meet with them on the basketball court, it's probably not going to work out well for you. But you were able to really limit possessions, and you guys probably had some of your best execution offensively of the whole year. Is that something you see in practice happening now, and is that something you think you work on specifically for opponents, or you think that's going to be some kind of a key for offensive success for the Longhorns down the road?
I think it's more just offensive success down the road. That is something we look for in practice. We had to install a couple new offenses this year, especially when learning that Isaac Foster went down. We kind of realized that the offense that we had been running didn't really fit this team very well. So we kind of threw it out the window and developed 2 new offenses that fit this team better. So it's taking them some time to learn it, learn the reads off of it, learn the cuts off of it. They're not really a play-based offense. It's a read offense where we're having to read each other. That takes time to develop. And these guys are starting to figure it out, starting to see the reads, starting to see the cuts off of it, and they're just going to get nothing but better and better with it.
Well, what are you looking for out of this weekend? Since it's not really a true traditional tournament, there's not a champion per se or anything like that. You're going to play 3 games. What kind of goals do you have for these next 3 games outside of obviously winning?
Yeah. Telling these guys, we got to defensively, there's still some things we got to get better at. Cutting drives off. We're playing a couple teams, they like to drive. So that's one of our focuses, cutting drives off. Tell these guys we still got to get better at rebounding. That's kind of been a weak spot for us, which I've been harping on those guys. That's something we've been emphasizing in practice. We've got to get better at rebounding the basketball. So our goal is we've got to win the rebound battle in every game this week. And then just getting better at running the offense, being patient, and making teams play our games and not playing the other team's game.
What do you see for a couple keys real quick for tonight's game against Cushing? You guys are playing Cushing.
Yes, we're playing Cushing. The first key is, like I said, we've got to work inside out. We got to get the ball inside, and that opens everything else up. Whether it's to Carson, to Huck, or to Tucker, we've got to work it inside out. The other key is shutting off their drives and closing out on their shooters. They have a couple guys that can shoot the ball pretty well, so we've got to be sure we close out, get a hand up in their face, and just play our game and go out and execute.
Well, Coach, man, we appreciate you coming up as always. I think everybody really enjoys hearing some insights of what's going on with the team and how they're progressing through the year. And we know those close games are going to turn around in our favor here as we go through the season. So we
Definitely.
appreciate you having.
All right, thanks for having me, Coach.
So Coach Derek Werner joined us at halftime for a halftime interview. They'll play immediately after our girls' game against the Cushing boys. Once again, the Lindsay boys teams and the Cushing girls teams had to drop out of the festival due to COVID issues in those teams, which is something that all teams are going to be facing this year, as everybody is used to now. Well, used to, I don't know if that's true or not, but everybody has to deal with now in the times we're at. But the good thing is we do have games scheduled, and right now we're playing. So we're about to start the second half with the Longhorns in control as the starters are on the floor for Jones. Boston Berry with the ball right side, gets it back to Tirza Moore, left side of Zoe Tucker. Top of the key, Berry. She drives right side, kicks it to Jalen Maples.
Sorry.
Tucker with the ball down low into Trinity Moore. She goes up off the backboard, misses the first, gets her own rebound, puts it back in. So Trinity Moore, being persistent there, gets her first 2 points in the second half. 32-5, Jones. Jones comes out in a 1-3-1. This is something I like to do with the Moore sisters in. It's tough defense there with Trinity Moore at the top of it as she tips the ball away out of Cameron Perry's hands. Lindsay will control in the forecourt. Perry gets it back on the inbounds to Phillips' left side. She tried to go to Albright, and it was knocked away by the Longhorns. Leopards will still be in control. Albright triggers in to Phillips. Phillips to Perry on the right side. Gets it down low to Stelzig. Tried to go over the top of Trinity Moore, and there's where that length comes in again. Trinity goes to the basket, left side, off the rim, no good. Rebounds on the floor. That is controlled by Lindsay as they come back the other way. Tried the cross-court pass, tipped away, controlled by Jones. That's Jalen Maples headed to the other end. She'll get it to Zoe Tucker. Her layup's off the bottom of the basket, no good. Controlled by the Leopard.
Looks like that's going to be a jump ball there and be given to Lindsay.
Jones had the ball coming out of the half, so Lindsay on the alternate possession. Once again, Jones in the 1-3-1 look. Extended out top. Cross-court pass almost stolen away by Maples. Three-point attempt by Perry, and she'll hit it. That's the first three of the game for the Leopardess. Quickly back the other way. Longhorns hustle back on offense. Trinity tried to get it down into Tirza Moore. A lot of traffic down there for that pass. Perry's on the right side, gets it to Stelzig. She'll be trapped in the corner. She dribbles out of it. Ball's still loose on the floor.
Looks like that's going to be a sub, or no, it looks like Lindsay's going to be inbounding the ball now.
Ball just tipped away, and the Leopardettes control it. Ball in the corner. Pass is knocked away by Zoe Tucker. Quickly back the other way come the Longhorns. Berry to Trinity Moore. Off the glass and in. Nice job there in transition by the Longhorns. So 34-8 now. Just coming up on the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Stelzig dribbles to the baseline. She'll put up a runner. No good. Rebounded by the Longhorns. Quickly back the other way to Zoe Tucker on the other end. She misses the layup. Flying in was Trinity Moore. Off the glass, no good. And the ball stolen by Boston Berry. She'll go in for the easy layup. As the Longhorns hustled around on defense to get 2 steals and that opportunity right here. This extended defense here by Jones is giving the Leopardettes some difficulty too. Just once again, that length up top by Trinity Moore. Lindsay moving it back and forth up top, gets in the corner to Stelzig. She'll try the cross-court pass. 3-point attempt by Perry. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Stelzig. Gets it to Jennings, who lost control of the ball. As the Longhorns come back the other way, Barry to Zoe. Into Tirza Moore, and she'll have the easy layup. The Longhorns extend the lead out to 30 now, 38-8. And this is coming not full court pressure, just half court defense right here by the Longhorns. Corner 3 by Perry, off the rim, no good. Rebound by Markham. Longhorns come back the other way. Tried to get it down into Trinity. She had 3 defenders down on her. Maybe it'd been a force right there by Barry. It's quickly back the other way. Leopardettes put up a 15-footer, and that's good. And that's Aiden Steven. And the Longhorns will take a timeout.
Timeout, Jones, 30 seconds.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout. With this timeout, we'd like to remind you that the Jones Kiwanis Club is an excellent way for you to serve in our community. Sign up for weekly emails to learn more. Email them at joneskiwanisclub@gmail.com. That's joneskiwanisclub@gmail.com. And we thank them for their continued support of all of these broadcasts brought to you by the Jones Journal. Tessa, the defense for the Longhorns starting out this half has been pretty airtight right now.
Definitely. I think, there's even with that more relaxed setup for the Longhorns, they're still getting a lot done on defense. A lot of that just comes from the continued effort by the Longhorns, I believe. Looks like the Longhorns bring in senior number 23, Abby Stramsky.
Also, Sophie Woodson's in the ballgame, and Audrey Bain. It's Boston Berry, just Woodson on the block. Does the old step-through move off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Lindsay Leopards. As Lindsay controls on their end of the court. They're really extending the ball out, trying to get the Longhorns to get some space in the middle there. As Taryn Phillips has the ball. Left wing, that is J.C. Albright, and the ball's taken away by Bain. She'll go to the basket, puts up the runner, and they're going to call her for an offensive foul. Maybe just a little bit out of control right there as she went up to the basket. And sometimes it doesn't help to be up by 28 points.
Yes.
So in for Lindsay, number 13, Jaden Adams. On the court for Jones, Audrey Bain, Jalen Maples, Sophie Woodson, Abby Stramsky, and Boston Berry. So Lindsay controls on the left wing corner. She'll drive to the basket and cut off by Berry. Back to the top of the key, cross-court pass to Adams. Perry on the right wing. Back to Adams, looking down low inside. Here comes the backside help from Abby Stramsky. Good job there as Sophie was fronting. Abby comes in the backside and helps disrupt that pass inside.
Abby's a very smart basketball player. She's been a part of the Longhorn team for 4 years. She's a senior, and I think we've talked a lot about the Moors and how they're going to play basketball. Next year, Abby plans on either going to the Colorado School of Mines, or she's going to go to the Air Force Academy or the Merchant Marine Academy.
Definitely has some high goals for after high school as each one of those institutions is a definite higher learning institution. And the ball is knocked out, and it'll be controlled by the Longhorns. As Boston Berry brings the ball up for the Longhorns, she drives to the right side. Nice pass into Sophie Woodson.
A great look by Boston Berry right there.
Sophie had no choice but to catch that ball. That was right there between the 4 and the 2. So 40-10, Longhorns lead, 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ball's loose on the floor, controlled by Berry as the Longhorns will come back the other way. She gets it left side to Jalen Maples, who puts a runner up, bounces around the rim and in. Nice job in transition again by the Longhorns. Once again, the 1-3-1 defense extended out up top with Bain on the top. Gets it into the corner. 15-footer from the free throw line. That's good by Taryn Phillips. So 18 seconds left here in the quarter. Bain with the ball. She gets it to Jalen Maples as they run a weave action out top. Bain in the corner to Abby Stramsky. She dribbles up, gets it to Maples. She'll shoot a 3 at the buzzer. It's good. She knocks down the Jones Kiwanis three-pointer. And that'll make the score at the end of 3. Jones 45, Lindsay 12. And we'll take a break. You're watching Jones Longhorns basketball presented by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back to start the fourth quarter as the Longhorns control out of the timeout. Audrey Bain with the ball in the right wing. Same group that finished the quarter starts the quarter, except Katie Park out on the floor now for the Longhorns. So you have Maples, Bain, Park, Woodson, and Abby Stramsky. Sophie on the right block, a little too deep there, knocks it off the bottom of the backboard. And the Leopardettes bring it back the other way. Corner three-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Sophie Woodson right there. Longhorns control 45-12 here in the fourth quarter. Park with the ball on the left side to Maples, to Woodson. Tried to get it into Stramsky. Ball's knocked away. Quickly back the other way for the open layup. That's Hallie Taylor for the Leopardettes. Over the ball, Park dribbles to the lane, kicks it to Bain on the right side. She'll dribble in, put a 14-footer short off the rim, no good. Left side, Bain back with the ball. She'll try a three, and that's off the backboard. Ball fought for, and it'll be a jump ball. That'll be Lindsay possession. As Cadence Park gets into the action on the jump ball, fighting for the rebound. Longhorns sticking with this 1-3-1 zone look at the half court. Woodson defending the high post. Perry with the ball for the Leopards. Gets it to Stelsig. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Perry. To Phillips on the left wing. She'll get it back to Perry, the high post. Stelsig, right side. She'll put up the runner. Off the rim and in. Or off the backboard and in, excuse me. 45-16 Jones.
Looks like Jalen Maples bringing the ball up the court for the Longhorns.
Bain with the ball in the right corner. Gets it back to Jalen. Left corner to Abby Stramsky. Trying to get it into Sophie. So they go cross court. That's Jalen Maples for three. Off the rim, no good. And it'll be Lindsay Ball. So Lindsay with the ball on the left side. Gets it down into, that's Hallie Taylor who gets the layup on the nice cut right there. Nice ball movement by Lindsay on offense. Coach Holbrook won't be too happy with the breakdown on the defensive end for sure.
Will not.
Park to Audrey Bain. To that's Abby Strebsky. Drives the baseline, gets it to Jalen Maples. Cross court to Cadence Park for three. In and out, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Good hustle there by the Longhorns, just goes off their hands, and it'll be Lindsay Ball. We dip under the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. It's Phillips with the ball for the Leopardettes. To Taylor. Gets it to Perry in the high post. Back to Phillips on the right side. She'll dribble in the lane. Kicks to Perry in the left wing. She'll try to drive. Ball's knocked away and stolen by the Longhorns. Bain on the left side for Woodson. Pass down to Jalen Maples as Sophie tried to cut to the basket, but she was cut off there and the ball's thrown away. Longhorns come back the other way. Excuse me, Leopardettes come back the other way. As the ball is in the left corner to Cameron Perry. Drive there by by Tara Stelsig, and she'll be fouled. That foul's going to be on Cadence Park. That's her first. And Tara Stelsig is at the line for Lindsay. She'll have 2 shots as she makes the first. And we have a full substitution by the Longhorns as we're going to have Katie Davis, Zoe Tucker, Boston Berry, and the Moore sisters, Tirzah and Trinity, back in. And I don't think Coach Holbrook is pleased with the defensive effort by the group that we just had out there.
I do not think
that's
so.
kind of a statement made by her to those guys. Hey, if you're going to be on the court, you've got to play defense as a group. So Berry with the ball, top of the key. Left side to Zoe Tucker. Gets it to Tirzah. Looking low for Trinity. Boston Berry with the pass into Trinity. She tips it up to herself and off the backboard and in.
It's a good find right there by Boston Berry.
3.5 minutes left here in the ball game. As the Leopardettes control on their end of the court. Cross court pass to Phillips. She tried to get it down inside to Stelsig. It was knocked away. Phillips with the dribble. Left side to Adams. Ball entry pass in the high post, knocked away by Tirzah Moore, and they're going to get her for a double dribble on the break. In for Jones will be McKenna Cruz and Cammie Talley. Lindsay with the ball on the right wing. Tried to get it in the post. It's knocked away there by McKenna Cruz. Quickly back the other way of the Longhorns. Zoe Tucker with the layup attempt on the right side. Nice job by her.
Nice teamwork
And the
right there
Longhorns
for
out
the
49-19. Sorry, Tessa.
Saying that's nice teamwork right there by the Longhorns. In a quick transition.
And once again, ball stolen by Jones, and Zoe Tucker will pull it out now. Tucker on the right side, top of the key to Boston Berry. 2:20 left here in the ball game. Tucker to McKenna Cruz. Back to Tucker on the right side. Three-pointer on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Cruz. She puts it up and in. Nice job by McKenna Cruz to control that rebound and put it up quickly. So her first points of the ball game as Longhorns lead 51-19. Ball stolen by Zoe Tucker. She'll go for the layup on the right side, up and in. As quite honestly, the pass was just right to her, and
yes,
she had the easy layup.
That will be her second turnover in a row, I believe. Ball's passed off to number 21, Boston Berry.
120, well, about 120 left in the game, and we have a timeout on the floor, and I think it's just going to be a substitution timeout. Cadence Park comes back into the ball game along with Abby Stramsky. So 121 left here in the fourth quarter as Abby Stramsky controls the ball in the inbound, gets to Katie Davis on the right side. Back to Abby, top of the key. Katie looking low. She'll get the cross-court pass to Park, who gets it to McKenna Cruz, top of the key. Looking to try to get the ball in to Tally on the inside. Davis into McKenna Cruz. She'll put up the shot. No good. Rebounded by the Leopardettes. As we're under a minute left here in the game tonight. Crossover dribble by Phillips. That's a three-point attempt, no good by Stevens. Ball's fought for, loose on the floor as the Lindsay player falls hard to the floor. That's Stelsig, but she's up. Looks like she'll be okay, and Lindsay will control the ball underneath their basket. 38 seconds left here in the ballgame. Inbound tipped away. Katie Davis shows her speed to go get the ball, and she's fouled on the layup attempt. She'll end up going to the free throw line for 2 bank first free throws. Jones hasn't shot very many free throws tonight. Of course, there are only 4 fouls called.
Not very many fouls for the night.
4 fouls called in the first half on Lindsay, and 1. That's their first foul of the second half with 33 seconds left. And she makes the first. And knocks down both. Gives the Longhorns a 55-19 lead here. 28 seconds left in the ball game. Lindsay working the ball on offense. The left corner is Stelsing. Top of the key to Phillips. She crosses over into the lane, and she'll be fouled on the drive attempt. They call that on Katie Davis. That'll be her first. Only the second team foul called on Jones in the second half. Three-point attempt from the right corner, and she hits it. That's Taryn Phillips with 3. Davis with the ball on the right wing. She'll start a drive. Ball's knocked away. McKenna Cruz controls it. Gets it to Cadence Park with the 3 at the buzzer. Off the back of the rim, no good. And that's it. Jones wins the first game in the Jones Kiwanis Invitational, 55-22. Tessa, give us a couple of thoughts on the game tonight.
You know, I think that's a exciting win for the Longhorns, and we're talking about how all these wins will add up for the ladies as they can keep that momentum going and keep that confidence growing. And I think, you know, tonight they came in with a lot of things they had improved since Tuesday against Millwood, and I can't wait to see what they'll have improved by tomorrow. And in the words of Mr. Reed, I'd the Longhorns don't just try to win, they Mountain Dew it.
All right, then we'll finish with that. And final score for the girls game, Jones 55, Lindsay 22. We'll have the boys game here in about 10 minutes. You're watching the Jones Kiwanis Invitational presented by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back here with about 2 minutes before the boys' game starts as we have the Jones Longhorns. They'll play the Cushing Tigers. I got that one right to start the game, so hopefully that goes right the whole game. And tonight, got a special broadcast partner. Have Isaac Foster here, and Ike, I know you'd probably much rather be down there on the court, but with the injury you sustained earlier in the summer, how's rehab? How's all that going? And what's your status on that right now?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. Rehab's going well. They say I'm healing very on normal pace, straight line, they call it. They say at rehab. Some people have downfalls, and some people do really good one week, and some people do really bad. I haven't had a bad week, they said. So pretty much just stable. And
so I'm sure you're looking forward to heading to Southwestern here in the fall too. We'll
yes, sir.
Give a couple of thoughts on that and that opportunity.
Yeah, Southwestern, they looked into me. They really kind of they give off a Jones vibe, if you want to call it. They kind of a smaller town right outside of Oklahoma City. So I like it there. Been on a couple visits. I believe Ty Tucker too. He's gonna go there, so we're gonna hopefully have a good time there. And
well, we're excited to have you with us tonight, and looking forward to your insights on the game here tonight, as the Longhorns are coming off another close loss, this time to the powerful Millwood Falcons on Tuesday night, and they're going to look to rebound here as they host the Cushing Tigers. And we're going to look at the starting lineups for Cushing. First, junior number 5, Dominic Turner. A sophomore, number 11, Blaze Berlowitz. A sophomore, number 21, Camden Crooks. A sophomore, number 23, Brody Berlowitz. And a sophomore, number 24, Lane Yount, as Cushing starting 4 sophomores and a junior. A very young starting 5 for the Tigers on that occasion right there. Now, for the starting lineup for Jones, as you'll probably hear in the background too momentarily. Number 3, a junior, Landon Loud. Landon averaging 10.7 points a game and just over 4.5 rebounds for the Longhorns. Number 10, a senior, Elijah Reed, who played a little bit. He missed the game last Friday night because he was playing in an all-star football game in Dallas, but he's back in the starting lineup tonight, as he's averaging just about 4 points a game, or 4 rebounds a game, along with 7, almost 8 points a game. Ori Gall, number 13, a senior. He comes in averaging just over 13 points a game and right at a little over 3.5 rebounds per game. A senior, Ty Tucker, who's coming in averaging right at 5.5 points a game. And then, of course, number 34, Carson May, in the post, averaging 11 points a game for the Longhorns. He also comes in with 4.5 rebounds per game, and who I thought played one of his better games overall Tuesday. Maybe not from the stat standpoint, but just how the offense ran through him. And we're underway as the Longhorns control the basketball. Loud gives it to Ori Gall on the left side. Gives it to Loud off the screen from May. Ty Tucker in the high post. Loud over to Elijah Reed with the dribble. Corner to Ori Gall. Reed to Tucker. Back to Loud on the left side. Longhorns showing patience on this first possession of the game. Drive by Loud. Kicks it to Ty to Ori Gall. Elijah Reed for 3 in the corner, and he hits it. Nice start for the Longhorns. Nice possession as Elijah Reed knocks down the Jones Kiwanis three-pointer. Gives the Longhorns a 3-0 lead early. Longhorns coming out in zone defense. That's Turner, top the key with the ball. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Reed. as he'll bring it back the other way. May gets it inside to Ty Tucker. Nice position there by Ty for the easy two. 5-0 Jones quickly here in the first quarter. Ty, that's a good job there between the post guys. Oh, cross-court pass knocked away by Landon Loud. Tigers controlling ball. Right side Berlowitz back to Caden Berlowitz. So we have Camden Berlowitz and Brody Berlowitz. As the Tigers scratch the scoreboard, make it 6-2. Loud tried to get it into Carson May. Ball knocked away. Tigers come back the other way quickly, as that's Camden Crooks. Camden Crooks. He puts it up and in, makes it 5-4 Longhorns. Landon Loud loses control in the backcourt, gets the ball back. He'll drive right side all the way to the basket. Oh, he's short on the layup attempt as Blaze Berlowitz, that's Crooks, brings the ball back underneath to Dominic Turner, and he's fouled. And that's going to be on Ty Tucker, his first. Isaac, maybe something you see early here in the game. What do you see going so far for the Longhorns?
Yes, sir. I see, as the pregame went, we plan to be physical with them, as they're a bunch of as Cushing Tigers are undersized, as we say. We have 6'5" Carson, 6'3" Ty. They're playing with 5 guards here. We plan to be physical and attack the middle. Ty got his first foul. We plan to, on the offensive side, get the ball inside once a possession. There shouldn't be a time where it doesn't get inside the paint, unless wide open. But
Cushing really squeezing that defense down on the inside is Loud. As an example of what you're talking about right there, with Carson inside out to land it, although came up short on the shot. And Cushing quickly back the other way with the layup. That's Blaze Berlowitz. So the Tigers take the lead 6-5 as the Longhorns come back. Ball inside to Carson May, kicks it to Loud to Ty Tucker in the left corner. Tried to get it back into May, knocked away by Turner. He'll go to the basket. Ball's knocked away by Ori Gall, and it'll be Jones' ball. Good job there by Ori.
Great hustle by Ty, too, getting back off his turnover.
So Longhorns will face a little pressure in the backcourt. It's Ty Tucker. Brings the ball up for the Longhorns, gets it to the right side to Elijah Reed, and the Longhorns will set up in the half court. Working against a man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Gall with the ball in the corner, gets it to Reed, back to Gall. He'll drive, puts it up a lob to Loud, lost control, got his own rebound, puts it off the glass and in, gives the Longhorns the lead back 7-6. Just couldn't quite have the handle on the lob pass, but luckily he was able to control it and put it back in. Tigers working up top, gets the high post to Turner. He'll get the right side. That's a three-pointer by Brody Berlowitz. And that gives the Tigers back the 9-7 lead. So teams trading leads here early in the first quarter. Carson May at the free throw line tried to get it to Gall on the cut. Just a little too strong right there. Tigers back quickly. Turner in the high post. Berlowitz on the right side. Ball's tipped up and controlled by the Longhorns. Carson May comes down with the tip from Elijah Reed. As Ori Gall brings it up for Jones. Gets to the left side to Landon Loud. Back to Gall on the left wing. Cross court over to Reed on the cut to Carson May, and he puts it up off the backboard and in. Good job of motion movement right there by Carson May. And a long pass is stolen by Elijah Reed. He'll drive to the basket, loses control of the ball, but he is fouled. So he'll go to the line.
Foul on number 21, Camden Crooks.
As Camden Crooks gets his first foul. And And Isaac, I'm sure this is a part of the game that Coach Werner's been talking about, free throws.
Yeah. Past games, we've been poorly executing free throws. I see Elijah Reed miss his first. Bo gets into practice, every practice, multiple times a day. So let's see if our percentage can get better this game.
I heard a saying about free throws on the TV the other night. They're only free if you make them.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That is very true.
So 10-9 here. Jones leads. Just under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Fast-paced game is, once again, not many fouls being called as Dominic Turner puts up a block shot on the right side off the backboard and in. Once again, the lead switches hands to Cushing, 11-10. Elijah Reed on the right side, and he traveled before he started his drive. It's another big key for the Longhorns, going to have to be limiting turnovers, unforced errors like that when you play those 2-point, 4-point ball games, those come back to haunt you later. Tigers with the ball in control. Left side to Crooks. Berlowitz back to Crooks. He'll drive the left side of the baseline. Put up a nice shot over Carson May. Gives the Tigers a 3-point lead. Quickly Reed the other way to Carson May. He gets his block shot blocked by Turner as he'll bring the ball back for Cushing. Kicks it out to Berlitz, back to Turner. Ball's knocked away, controlled by the Longhorns. 1:53 left here in the first quarter.
Burner called 35. Look at double screen drive here.
Layup attempt no good. Rebound by Ty Tucker with the putback. And Isaac, that's Ty's game right there. Offensive rebound, putback.
Yep, he's a workhorse out there.
So Cushing back in control in the forecourt. Plays Berlowitz. Gives it to Turner for 16-footer, and he's made it. So Cushing maintains the 13-12 as we come up to the 1 minute here in the first quarter. Gall gets it to Ty. Oh, trying to get the Loud. Landon just moved his eyes away before he caught it. In for Jones, number 2, Cameron Sweat. And in for the Tigers, number 20, Noah Jones, another sophomore. They're sophomore heavy on this team for Cushing. So 15-12, Cushing leads here in the first quarter. Longhorns extend their defense out, trying to get a little pressure, maybe trying to get the ball game open up a little bit. Turner gets it to Berlowitz, who drives inside, dishes off to Crooks, and that'll be on the line. So that's a turnover there for the Tigers, and the Longhorns will have the ball with 51 seconds left. Also in for the Tigers, number 32, John Hilligoss, who's a freshman, so they get even younger here with that. So Longhorns looking for a shot here, maybe the final shot of the quarter. But that nice pass into Ty Tucker, who let the defender fly by and draw the foul. So it'll be on Jones. Noah Jones, his first, only the second team foul against the Tigers here in the first half. Jones only with 1 so far in the game. Ball's inbounded to Cameron Sweat, looking down for Ty Tucker. Errant pass right there, brought down by the Tigers, Turner. As Berlowitz pushes the ball up quickly, that's Hilligass. He'll put it in and extend the Cushing lead to 5. 15 seconds left as Gall puts up a runner off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Berlowitz for the Tigers. He comes back with 8 seconds left. He'll drive in. Reverse layup is good there by Camden Crooks. And a little charge here by the Tigers as the half-court shot is no good, as the Tigers pushed out to a 7-point lead to finish that quarter. So after 1, the score, Cushing 19, Jones 12. You're watching Jones Longhorns basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back here to start the second quarter. And Isaac, you're just talking off the air about what you think the Longhorns will come out and do here to start this quarter. Why don't you go ahead and let everybody know what you were talking about?
Yeah, as you can see at the end of the first, had a lot of empty possessions by the Longhorns. Quick, forced. Werner, I believe he just ripped into the Longhorns and preached methodical offense and tight defense. We're mainly a slow offensive team, pick the defense apart. That's what we did against Millwood last Tuesday, and we plan. I can see it coming out here in this quarter.
You're probably happy are up here on the coach is kind of ripping everybody instead of being down there in the middle of that huddle.
Yeah, it's a little awkward, especially because I'm not playing, and it's like, but definitely, yeah.
Well, I won't rip you unless you make a gigantic mistake, like not knowing what team we're playing. But anyway, we'll go back to that. Longhorns control the ball here starting the second quarter. Will control the ball underneath their own basket. Tucker inbounds to Cameron Sweat. Gets it to Elijah Reed on the right side. And here's an example of what you were just talking about. Kind of a methodical, controlled offensive set right here. And there's nothing wrong with being patient for sure, especially if you can get a wide open shot after all this. Sweat backside to Gall. Gets it to Tucker on the block. He goes up, and he's fouled. And right there is a great example of the ball movement and the patience showed by the Longhorns. It pays off with a foul and two shot attempts by Ty Tucker.
Foul on number 21, Camden Crooks at the line shooting.
That's Crooks' second foul, so that's a important foul for Cushing, as Crooks is one of their major offensive players. He has 2 fouls now, and he'll have to come out of the game as Blaze Berlowitz comes back in. Tucker missed the first free throw. And here's his second bank first free throw. Up and in. And that's been a theme for Ty through the season so far on free throws. Missing the first, hitting the second. So 19-13 here. Jones behind. As the Tigers bring the ball. Had the ball grabbed, knocked away, and ball controlled by Cameron Sweat. Quickly the other way. And probably a little impatient there by Cameron as it was 2 on 3. Cushing had 3 defenders back, and Jones did not have the numbers. And then he frustration foul on that side, and that's his second team foul against Jones. Trap on the right wing. Turner has it down low to Hillegas, and he'll put it in. So as Hillegas gets lost in the backside of the defense, and the Tigers move out to an 8-point lead. Corey Gall quickly back the other way. 12-footer up and in. Nice shot there by Gall, gathering himself, going straight up and hitting that jump shot. Makes it 21-15. Cushing. Longhorns extend the defense out the half court. Get it to the high post, Turner. Berlowitz for 3, and that's off. Hustle for the rebound, out of bounds, and it'll be Jones' ball. As we have Emmett Murphy and Carson May coming back for the Longhorns. Emmett Murphy, his first action of the night. Ty Tucker and looks like Cameron Sweat coming out. So Longhorns working against man-to-man pressure. Not heavy pressure in the backcourt, just full court man. Murphy drives past, kicks it down to Huckabee, who loses control. Carson May had the ball stripped away. Hillegas coming the other way with it. 3-point attempt from the corner, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, Turner, and he's up and in. Opportunity for the Longhorns to get out with that one miss, but the offensive rebound by Cushing, they're able to put it back up and in to make it 23-15. Murphy with the dribble on the left side. Pass almost stolen by Cushing. But instead, we're going to get a foul as Hillegas commits his first foul on the attempted steal. 4th team foul.
Look for a set play here for Ori in the corner.
There it was. Poor pass to Ori, and caused his poor pass to the post. And a quick layup for the Tigers. And the Longhorns are going to take a timeout. So with 4:57 left to play here in the second quarter, the Longhorns will find themselves down 10. You're watching Jones Longhorns basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. And we're back here after that timeout as the Longhorns set up for a press breaker as they work pressure from the Tigers. Tigers in a zone press. Here comes the trap off the inbound pass. Huckabee gives it back to Elijah Reed, and he'll break the pressure. Trying to trap. It's going to be hard to trap Elijah Reed when he's full speed. He puts it up off the backboard, no good. Rebound fought for, loose on the floor, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Cushing ball. So the pressure by Cushing getting Jones out of what you were talking about earlier, Ike, about the controlled, methodical offensive set right there.
Yeah, that could definitely be a key factor to this ball game.
Longhorns in his own defense. Burlowitz gets the screen. He gets it to Jones, and he missed the three-pointer. It was short, rebounded by the Longhorns. Gall will bring it back the other way. He dribbles the free throw line. Nice dump down to Carson May, who throws it down. And normally the gym would be a little bit louder, but since we don't have any fans in here, all the dunks are only going to be loud if I yell, I guess. So just a different way that is with COVID. But nice dump down pass by Ori Gall to Carson May, who's able to send it in right there. Controlled by the Tigers now on offense. Right wing to Berlowitz. Jones to Berlowitz to the left side. Down to Turner in the block. Back to Jones. That's Brody Berlowitz with the shot right there. We have two Berlowitzes on the court. We got Blaze Berlowitz and Brody Berlowitz out for the Tigers. Murphy with the dribble. Gives it back to Reed for three. He knocks it down. That's a Jones Kiwanis three-pointer. Cuts the lead to 5 for the Tigers. And Jones is letting that pass in the high post get there pretty easily. Lucky with the turnover there by Turner. But the Longhorns going to have to shore up the defense just a little bit, I think, up top. And we traded out basketballs. Something got on the ball we were using, so in these COVID times and with all the cleanliness rules and disinfecting, we're going to use another basketball. But we're back to action with 2:57 here left in the half. Emmett Murphy puts up a 15-footer off the rim, no good. Ball's loose, rebounded by the Tigers, and they come back the other way. That's Brody Berlowitz. He drives to the basket. Short off the left side, and we'll have a foul on the rebound. That's going to be on number 24, Lane Yount. His first 15th foul. So 38 here. Still a 5-point deficit for Jones. May to Murphy for three from top of the key. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers, and they'll come back the other way. Blaze Berlowitz to Brody. Shot by Yount, and he knocks down the 10-footer. Gives the Tigers a 7-point lead. Elijah Reed with the ball on the right wing. Gives it to Ori Gall, who drives, kicks it to Emmett Murphy. Landon Loud, left wing. He drives the basket. And we're up a foul. On 23 for Cushing, that's going to be Brody Berlowitz. That's his first, and Jones keeps being aggressive. They may get into the bonus. They will be on the next foul. 1:58 here left in the half. Of course, that can also be a double-edged sword. You get to the free throw line, you have to make the free throws, especially in the one-on-one. And officials conferring on if it were 6 or 7. It is 6. Carson May on the inbound.
And that's 7.
Now there's 7.
Shooting foul either way.
Foul on number 24 for Cushing, laying out.
That's a nice cut there by Carson to get to the basket. So he'll have 2 bank first free throws.
At the line for Jones.
Nice looking shot there on the first one by Carson May. He breaks it a 6-point game. Next on both, so 27-22, 1:56 left here in the first half. So Jones goes to a man defense. Murphy picked up Berlowitz on the switch, and the ball was kicked out of bounds. It'll be Cushing ball. Jones looks to end the man on the inbounds play also. Turner drives baseline around May, and that'll draw a foul.
As you can see, the smaller guard there on the perimeter with Carson May defending.
Foul on Jones 34. Carson May.
That's only Carson's first of the game, as Dominic Turner is at the line for 2. But you're right there, Ike. I don't know how good of a matchup that is for Jones with this quicker guard against Carson right there. So Turner hits both, extends the lead back to 7 for the Tigers. May up court to Landon Loud, and he'll put in the easy lay-in. Back down to 5. 1:30 left here in the first half. Longhorns need to come up with a stop on defense right here. See if they can't cut the lead down right before halftime to even less than 5, and they get it. As Jones for Cushing went to the basket, Noah Jones. That can be confusing. Jones for Cushing versus Jones. Jones with the ball. Carson May up court to Landon Loud. Reed for 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound by Carson May. He puts it off the glass and in. Gets the lead down to 3 with 1:05 left. Now we'll see if Jones can come up with another stop. Berlowitz drives to the lane. He's cut off by Elijah Reed. Turner with the ball for the Tigers. Gets it to Berlowitz on the left side. Against Ori Gall, back to Turner on the right side, down low into Berlowitz. He turns baseline, and he puts it up and in. Nice possession there by Cushing. Nice execution to get a good shot on the block. We'll see if Jones goes for the last shot of the half or if they're going to be aggressive as Gall drives in. They get allowed. He puts it off the rim, no good. Ball's knocked away. Elijah Reed has it. He'll put up a 3. Off the rim, no good. Clock's running down quickly as Noah Jones for Cushing puts up a shot off the back of the rim. 5 seconds left. Landon Loud brings it back the other way on offense to the basket. Off the rim, no good. And that's how the first half will end. So as we played 2, Jones is down 31-26. Ike, you have anything you see right there at the end of that first half that key for Jones in the second half?
I see. Although Longhorns didn't end their offensive possessions well, but the tighter defense enforced turnovers for the Cushing offense. So I can see the second half starting out with some tighter defense, maybe even a press if Werner is risky. So we're going to see here in about 9:30, but I really do plan to see some tighter defense on defense.
Well, we'll be back here for the second half in just a few moments. You're watching Jones Longhorns basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. right, we're back here at halftime of the boys game with the Longhorns down 31-26 to the Cushing Tigers. And right now we're joined by the girls coach, Jenny Holbrook. And coach, once again, coming off a dominating performance, if you will, against the Lindsay Leopard. And I know that there's always stuff to work on, always things to get better at, but give me a couple of thoughts about the games tonight.
Well, obviously the girls did a lot of really good things. It was a good opportunity to work on our full court press that we have definitely got to get better at. And I know it didn't seem like it to you in watching that game, but just, trying to fix a lot of things that we just got to get better at. So it was good for us to be able to do that. We'll take a win. It's good for us to have to play 3 games in a row, and figure out how to win 3 times in a row. So this tournament, I like to say festival, is good for us, trying to put 3 games together. So it was a good start for us. Again, I'd like to see combined our bigs score 35 or more points. I think we got to maybe 26, I think. But between our bigs, we need them scoring 35 points every game, combination between all of them.
Well, I think there was a point in the game in the fourth quarter where you may have been a little displeased, if that's a word, with the defense when you brought in most of your starters back in there in the middle.
Well, let me tell you, I made a mistake, and I apologize to their coach. I honestly, when I brought those girls back in, I thought it was the third quarter. I honestly did. And I was going to give them one last chance to go in there and redeem themselves on offense. And I look up, and I'm like, is it really the fourth quarter? And I apologize to their coach. I did not. That was not intentional.
Well, Coach, that's okay, because
I made a mistake. I will admit it.
People make mistakes, much like not knowing who's playing each other on the court when they're talking about it.
I heard you thought we were playing Cushing tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I think we're showing our age.
Yeah,
probably,
so. Definitely. But anyway, we've got to get better in the half court. I mean, I know that our 22 defense, which is our passing lane, extended 2-1-2 zone. We actually are really, really, really good at that. We proved that the other night against Millwood, and we're good. But we've got to be able to do some different things. And then when we get in the half court and offense, I mean, we have to be able to execute an offense, and we're just not fluid with that right now. And we've got to get better. But again, so I told the girls, we've got to have a short memory because we got to play again, but we got to have a long memory because we need to learn from our mistakes and continue getting better at it. So that's what it's all about. We've just got to continue getting better and get some court time.
Well, give me since this is not a traditional tournament, there's no champion. This is like I asked Coach Berner the same question. There's no champion. There's no thing like that. You've got 3 games here this weekend. What are a couple things beyond what you've already talked about that you would like to see out of the next 2 games you have coming up this weekend?
We got to be able to finish shots right underneath the basket. I mean, by my guards, by my posts. I mean, we had several opportunities for layups, and easy putbacks, and we just got to get our eyes up and go up stronger and go finish, and just prepare for every game like it was a championship game. I mean, every game is important for us right now, and we've just got to continue to work at it, to get better, to fix little things. It's small things right now. It's not huge, great, grandiose things. It's just tweaking and getting things better. But I'm proud of these girls. I love these girls. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like that, and we expect a lot out of these girls, and they're stepping up and learning, and we're just going to keep chugging along, keep going.
We got a few seconds left here, and you can go on as long as you need to, but I want you to be able to get this information out to people. Of course, a couple of our players, one Boston and Siler Berry, their father's in the hospital, and you've put together a little T-shirt fundraiser. And I know it may not be totally up and ready yet, but if you would, just get some information and ideas out to the people listening tonight.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be selling T-shirts for $20 a piece, and give people opportunity to buy the shirt to support the Berry family. All proceeds, 100%, will go to their family just in this time. Boston's mom, is home. She's got 4 children, and her husband, Michael, is battling COVID and all those issues that go with it. And, He right now is on a ventilator. He's also on what's called an ECMO machine. But he's fighting and he's hanging in there, and there's small improvements every single day. And we just want to be there for them. We want the community to be able to support him and have a way to support them. So we thought, just to show our support, we want to have this T-shirt that we can all wear and buy and be able to support their family and love on them, and that's what it's about.
How will they be able to get the T-shirts?
So on all the school social media, we're going to be posting information on how to buy a shirt. We'll be sending home flyers with the kid. Any basketball players will be selling them. Just basically contact anybody that's, here at the school. We're going to put it on Talk Around Jones. Maybe that will get, just put it out. Jones Journal is going to be putting out an article and doing something on that to help promote it. But it's going to be a fast turnaround. We want to get all our orders in by Wednesday so we can get those T-shirts going and we can sell them and get the money to the family as soon as possible. And support them, like I said. So just keep your eyes and ears out for the information on that, and they'll be able to purchase that T-shirt. And the T-shirt, on the T-shirt, it says, what did it say? It says, what does it say? It says, win the second, win the hour, and win the day. And that's what we feel like Michael Berry's doing, is just battling every second, every minute, every hour, and winning each day. And before we know it, he's going to be home again with his family. So that's what we're anticipating.
Well, we definitely want to get that information out, because I know the people around the Jones community and around our school community, they're going to step up, and because they always do. And we want to get that out there to everybody, so they knew how to get those T-shirts ordered and everything. So
yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking about that.
I know we've gone a little bit in the quarter, but some things are a little bit more important. But anyway, Coach, we appreciate you coming up as always, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at halftime of the boys' game.
I will be back. Thank you.
So Coach Jenny Holbrook joined us there at halftime, and now we're into the third quarter, 6:25. And a 31-27 lead for Cushing as we join the action here with Landon Loud at the line for the Longhorns. And he knocks down the first free throw, give the Longhorns a three-point deficit to overcome. So, as we have Ike Foster back with us now to start the second half. And Ike, we're going to look for what you were talking about there at halftime, just a little more solid on defense and trying to execute on the offensive end a little bit better. Already have the deficit down to 3, and the Longhorns come up with a stop here again with a chance to make it a 1-point game or even tie it. Excuse me, that's a 2-point deficit, so they could tie the game or take the lead, as Landon Loud does tie the game up at 31. I was not told math was going to be involved in this. So new ball game here, 31 all. Longhorns come out of the second half and tie the game up. Ball in down to Camden Crooks. Shot no good by Turner for Cushing. And the Longhorns with the rebound as they limit the Tigers to one shot, and that's it. Loud for 3 from the right side. He hit it. Puts the Longhorns on top, 34-31 with that Jones Kiwanis Club 3-point basket. Turner in the high post gets it over to Berlowitz on the right wing. He'll drive in, and he'll be fouled by Ty Tucker. They call that on Landon Loud. So that'll be his second foul, or excuse me, his first foul. I think the referee had a choice there between Ty and Loudon, but went with Landon. So Brody Berlowitz at the line for the Tigers. So 34-32. as he hits one of 2 free throws there. 4:57 left here in the third quarter. Ty Tucker, ball on the left side, gets it down to Carson May, drives baseline. Nice move there by Carson May. Strong finish.
Beating the post. Beating the post was as I went into the locker room at halftime, that was the #1 key. Beating the post and getting back on defense. So we'll look to see that more this half.
Well, Carson presents a matchup that not many people can handle on the offensive end for sure. But that's what he has to avoid, the fouls on the defensive end, as Turner drives by him on the right side.
Almost a double-edged sword with the small guard on Carson, and then he's bullying him on the other side of the court. So it's going to be a battle between 34 and 5.
That's Carson's second foul of the game. As Dominic Turner at the line, he'll have 2 shots. Excuse me, he'll have 1 because he did make the basket. So the Longhorns bring back the ball to the offensive end, picked it up at half court. Luckily got it to Elijah Reed there on the left side. In the corner to Ty Tucker, gets it down to Carson May. He spins baseline. Nice move back, another nice move to the basket. So Carson with 2 back-to-back buckets gives the Longhorns a 3-point lead. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. Tigers with the ball on the left side. That's Turner. He'll drive, kicks it to Berlowitz on the right side. Back to Noah Jones, who'll drive to the free throw line. Nice find down on the block. That's Crooks, who missed the shot, but he was fouled by Elijah Reed. Oh, excuse me. They called that foul on Cushing, Camden Crooks, and that's going to be a big foul for them. That's his third. I guess they're saying he backed underneath Elijah as Elijah went up for the rebound.
In for Cushing, number 24, Landon Allen.
And Coach Werner was lobbying for that call down on his end, and that's what they actually gave him. So Longhorns beneficiary of that call. 3-point lead down to Carson May. Turnaround off the glass and in, and right now Carson May on the offensive end is looking unstoppable.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now. As you can see, the Tigers defense collapse on him every time he touches the ball, but it just seems as if he just can't be guarded.
Nice job there by Ori Gall to knock away that shot. This is a side where the Longhorns have really got to batten things down on the defensive side with an opportunity to extend their 5-point lead here with 3:20 left in the third quarter. Berlowitz cross court to Noah Jones. Turner in the high post. They keep feeding him in the high post. 15-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Loud to the basket, kicks it out to Ty Tucker. The lob up to Carson May, tipped around as Dominic Turner comes down with it for Cushing. Gets it to Noah Jones on the left side. Corner 3, and that's good. That's Brody Berlowitz. He knocks it down, and that'll get the Longhorn lead down to 2. Loud with the dribble across half court. Drives the right side of the lane. Tried to dump it off to Carson May. Went off a Cushing Tiger, and the Longhorns will control it underneath their basket. Ty Tucker kind of directing some traffic underneath the basket there. Lob into Loud. 3-point attempt by Tucker off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes to the basket, is blocked, gets that rebound, goes back up and draws a foul. And that's Ty Tucker's game right there, just being tenacious to the glass, no matter how many times it takes him. So Ty at the free throw line, he'll have 2 shots. That one's a little bit strong on the first.
In for Jones, number 15, Emmett Murphy.
Emmett Murphy returning for the Longhorns. He'll replace Ori Gall. And there's Ty, 1 for 2, missed the first, hit the second. 3-point lead for the Longhorns, 2:25 left here in the third quarter.
Longhorns switch to a 1-2-2 defense here.
Going to try to collapse a little bit more on that post guy.
Yep.
Berlowitz for three. Off the front, no good. Rebound by Turner. Did a good job of fending off his defenders on the block out, getting that long rebound. Cushing will set back up. It's Brody Berlowitz with the dribble to the right side. On to the cutting Turner, and that shot's no good. Rebounded by Carson May, so a good defensive stop there by the Longhorns. Emmett Murphy brings it back the other way quickly. He tries to get it down into Ty Tucker, who does catch it, puts it up and in. Good look by Emmett Murphy. The Longhorns are really pounding inside, like what you were talking about coming out of halftime.
Yep. Feed Ty and Carson inside, both really physical men in there, then they can finish.
Ty should benefit from some space with Carson, people collapsing on him.
Yep.
He should be able to find some open room down there on the inside. As the Tigers work it to the short corner to Turner, back to Noah Jones. Turner on the inside, he's fouled and makes the basket. That's going to be on Ty Tucker this time. That's his second. So the Tigers have a chance for the traditional three-point play. A couple of substitutions in for Cushing. Number 15, Trevin Ezell, and number 32, John Hilligoss, in for the Tigers. Ezell's first action of the night for Cushing. So Turner hits the free throw to complete the three-point play, and now it's a 2-point lead for the Longhorns with 56 seconds left, and they force a turnover on Jones. And Cushing's going to take a timeout here.
Timeout Cushing, 30 seconds.
Just under a minute left here in the third quarter. So obviously their coach feels that this is an important possession right here. He's going to take a timeout and get a good possession here for the offense. The Jones Kiwanis Invitational, this live stream production of the 2021 Jones Kiwanis Club Invitational, is brought to you by the following sponsors: the Jones Kiwanis Club, Bank First, Asa Smith Funeral Homes, EOC Tech, Madewell and Madewell, Sturdy Stitches, Todd Young, CPA, Dustin Wilson with Wilson Sells OK, and the Jones Assembly of God. We thank all those sponsors for allowing us the opportunity to stream all these games. And once again, every game of this festival for the remainder of the weekend will be live streamed, and the Jones games will have commentary, and if I might say, brilliant commentary at that. So here we go, 51 seconds left here in the quarter.
Look for a set play in the corner for 15 here, and then a reverse seal with 5.
Ball knocked away by Emmett Murphy. Tigers will control. Longhorns staying in their 2-3 defense right here. Cushing working for the last shot. They get a cut. Ball's tipped up in the air. Still loose. Controlled by Landon Loud. He'll go to the basket. Off the glass and in. Great job by the Longhorn defense to get the steal there with under 20 seconds to play. Elijah Reed harassing defense in the backcourt. Hilligoss goes to the basket. Ball knocked away. And Cushing will control with 5 seconds left. Trigger underneath. Nice pass interception there by Emmett Murphy. Time running out. I don't know if he puts up the 3. Oh! Just off. Looked like it was on line, maybe just off the left, just a little bit. But we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Longhorns hold a 4-point lead, 45-41. You're watching Jones Longhorn basketball presented by the Jones Journal. All right, we're back and start the fourth quarter of play. Once again, Jones leads 45-41 left, and IQ and I were talking off the air. Now the fourth quarter, this is where the roller coaster started for the Longhorns.
Yep. Past games we tend to lose the lead here, lose the stretch, but we'll see if the Longhorns can obtain this lead and come out here with a victory.
That's what Coach Werner was talking about at halftime of the girls' game, being able to finish. The obviously big key as the Longhorns cause a traveling violation to start the fourth quarter. So a good start defensively for Jones. Cushing with a little bit of pressure. Looked like they were trying to set up a half-court trap. Loud with the pass from Gall. Emmett Murphy for three. He knocks it down. That's a Jones Kiwanis three-point basket, and that extends the lead to 7, 48-41. Jones. And a good start there for the Longhorns. Cross-court pass to Berlowitz, to Blaze Berlowitz. They're trying to get Turner on the baseline there against this zone defense for the Longhorns. Cushing is extended out on the offensive end. Berlowitz, and he traveled before he took made the drive. So another turnover, 2 traveling violations against the Tigers, back-to-back possessions. The Longhorns have another chance to extend the lead. Once again, Cushing showing some half-court trap possibilities. Longhorns break the pressure easily. Murphy back to Ty Tucker in the corner. To Gall, drives to the basket, up and in on the left side. Nice job, Ori Gall from the high post. Good job by Tucker finding him there. Good possession for the Longhorns. 50-41 Jones. 9-point lead for the Longhorns. Turner gets it to Berlowitz on the right side. To Jones. To Hilligoss. He tried the jump pass. It was knocked away, but controlled by Turner for the Tigers. Noah Jones back to Hilligoss. Cross-court pass to Berlowitz. Turner in the high post. Pump fake. Drives the lane. Up and in. Nice move there by Turner. He's been dangerous in the high post for Cushing all night long. So Tigers apply the pressure. Longhorns break it. Get to the half court. Set up the offense. Loud for three from the corner. Off the rim. No good. Loose ball controlled by the Tigers, and they come back the other way. So once again, now Jones needing to stop on defense. Here's the drive baseline. Runs into Carson May. Dumps it off to Turner. Ball's still loose. Went off Ori Gall as he tried to control the loose ball. But unfortunately, went out of bounds. Cushing will control it. So Elijah Reed back in for the Longhorns as the starting 5 are on the court for Jones. Lob pass into Turner as the Tigers set up their half-court set. Berlowitz looked at a three. Blaze Berlowitz back to Brody. He'll take the three this time. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Elijah Reed. And he'll wisely bring the ball up under control the other way so the Longhorns can set up their half-court offense. Once again, Jones has had success here in the fourth quarter going in the second half, going into the post to Carson May and Ty Tucker. Loud with the drive baseline, gets cut off, kicks it back to Tucker on the left side. Top of the key, Ori Gall, and he knocks down the 18-foot. Ori Gall gets it back to a 9-point lead for Jones with 4:49 left here in the game. Tigers with the ball in the corner. Turner from about 17 off the back of the rim, no good, and I don't know if that's the shot they probably wanted in that situation. But Jones will take the rebound. And once again, going to set up the half-court offense and look to execute here. Drawing out the Cushing defense just a little bit as they go to a man. Loud drives left side to Ty Tucker, and he'll dribble the ball back up to the top to Ori Gall. Reed down into Carson May. He goes to the basket. His shot attempt was no good. Rebounded by Dominic Turner. Quickly, the Tigers back the other way as Blaze Berlowitz has the ball, gets it into Brody Berlowitz, and his shot is blocked. And the Longhorns will come back quickly the other way. Gall, the right side to Tucker. He dribbles in, gets it to Loud for three. Off the rim, no good. That was online, just a little strong.
New here. Let's see if Longhorns can slow it down.
And the Tigers lose control of the ball as they tried to go get a quick bucket on the layup. Jones is able to control the loose ball. 3:25 left here in the ball game. Tucker to Loud on the right side to Elijah Reed, gets it down to Carson May. Pump fake, and he draws a foul.
Foul on number 24, Lane Yount.
And that's going to be on Lane Yount. That'll be his second foul as Carson May will go to the line for 2 shots. To be honest with you right there, it's a nice move by Carson, but I'd like to see him take that dribble out and just catch the ball, spin, and go hard to the basket.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Carson's been eating this game really, just a menace on the offensive side. I can see in the future we kick it out for a three-pointer maybe, as everything collapses here.
That's what Coach Werner was talking about at halftime too, playing inside out on offense. And we've gone inside and been able to score, so there hasn't been the need for the out so far.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Jones with an 11-point lead now, 54-43. This is where you talked about, once again, being patient on the offensive end. Force the Cushing defense to come out and get you with an 11-point lead. As Gall goes to the basket, and he's called for an offensive foul.
Foul on number 13, Corey Gall.
And I'm not going to lie, that was an interesting call.
Yeah, very interesting, I'd say. So.
Gall draws the foul. That's his first foul. As Cushing quickly back the other end and scores, makes it a 9-point game. Carson May drives the right side, and he'll be fouled. He'll be fouled by Turner, as that's, by my count, Turner's first foul. And that'll send Carson May to the line. And here we go, free throws at the end of the game.
Here we go. Do I see another ball switch?
And you do. I don't see why we switched that one, but we did. So we got 2 shots here. Nice stroke there by Carson May to hit the first, push it back to a 10-point lead for the Longhorns. Nice job. Way to step up and hit both free throws there for Jones. 56-45, 11-point lead. 2:20 left here in the ball game. Longhorns need a good defensive stand right here. Three-pointer from the left side, and that's good. And that's Blaze Berlowitz from the three from the wing. And that's not what Jones wanted, a three-pointer on that defensive possession. That makes it 56-48 now as Cushing takes the timeout. We have a full timeout on the court. And we'll take this timeout with them. This is Jones basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. And we're back here with 2:08 left here in the ball game. Jones triggers underneath their basket against full court pressure now from the Tigers. As Carson May brings the ball up quickly to Landon Loud. He gets the easy lay-in. And another steal on the inbound by Loud. He'll put it on the left side. No good. Jones back to a 10-point lead. 3 from the corner short. Rebound fought for off of Dominic Turner for Cushing. And Jones will control. And now, Ike, they're going to have to contend with the full court pressure.
Yep, tie deep. I was about to call that, but as we can see, we got a violation on Carson for taking a step. He saw me, and he took it. Got a little excited there.
Violation Jones, Cushing ball.
Carson May always likes to throw the ball deep. I think that's just a natural reaction for
Yeah,
him.
that's his thing.
And sometimes it's been to Ty Tucker. So
Yeah.
drive to the basket by the Tigers, no good. And the ball rolls off of Jones. And Cushing will control. We've got 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Jones still up by 10. Inbound pass is knocked back. Nice reaction there by Loud. Once again, makes the inbound pass a little higher than what they want. As Jones drives into the basket. Nice teardrop runner in the lane for Noah Jones. Makes it an 8-point game with the Longhorns in the lead. Gull dribbles to the basket, tries to get it into Carson May. And that's a situation where your patience may have been the better part of valor on that one.
Offensive foul.
They called the offensive foul on Cushing. That's on Noah Jones. That's his second.
They're going to throw it at Carson in the middle here. What they should do is pull it out. Don't take anything risky.
And there they go. The Longhorns set up their half-court offense. We have 1 minute left in the ball game, and to be quite honest, there's no reason to shoot unless it's just a wide-open block shot.
That's right.
They're going to have to come out and foul, and they'll put Jones on the line when they do foul. Loud with the dribble.
Landon
Kicks
running
it to
away
Gall.
from the foul. Or he running away from the foul. They can't foul.
They're having a hard time keeping up with the pace of the Jones offense right here to foul, and there it is.
Burned about 10 seconds on the clock there.
That was a good job by the Longhorn offense to be able to move the ball and avoid the foul situation. Noah Jones fouls for Cushing, his third. That'll put Jones at the line with Ori Gall. The one-on-one opportunity to really put the game away if he can convert these 2 free throws. First one bounces around and in. So an opportunity to extend the lead to 10 here on the second shot. Around and no good. So a 9-point lead with 25 seconds left. Jones has got to do a good job of defending the perimeter right now. They're going to take the long three, and he hit it. That's Berlowitz.
Count the three from number 23, Brody Berlowitz.
And once again, Longhorns unable to really salt the ball game away. 6-point lead with 18 seconds left as Cushing has taken a timeout. 59-53 Jones. We have a full timeout, and we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Jones Longhorns basketball, presented by the Jones Journal. with 5 seconds left. This would make it, now makes it a 2-possession game in which they need 2 3-pointers. And if he hits this one, that will pretty much salt this one away, as it would take a major meltdown, I'm going to say it, to give up a 7-point lead.
In 5 seconds, yeah.
Not that it can't happen. If it hits the second, makes it 61-54. Time running out. There's the deep 3-point attempt by Cushing off the backboard, and that'll do it. So Jones notches a victory here over Cushing, 61-54 in their first game of the Jones Invitational. And a couple of things you saw tonight that you really thought were good for the Longhorns.
You know, Carson May down there, wreaking havoc down there, opens up the whole floor. Feeding the inside, Ty Tucker, Carson, Luke Huckabee, anyone inside. I just like to see the Longhorns pound the inside game, because as you can see towards the end, they collapse on Carson May and Ty Tucker, and that just opens up all the inside-out three-pointers, inside-out open shots. So I'd like to see that in the future too. I was very impressed by the Longhorns by pounding the rock inside, as that was the main focus for this game, and I'd like to see that moving forward.
Well, man, Isaac, I appreciate having you up here tonight. That was it's a lot of fun having you guys up here and being able to broadcast these games. As I'm going through all this paperwork I have here to find a schedule for tomorrow, I know that the girls will play Locust Grove, and the boys will play.
I believe the boys do not play tomorrow. The Jones boys.
I can't remember. I only helped Coach Martin redo this schedule 3 times. Anyway, the girls will play at 6 o'clock. I know that, and the boys probably do play. There's it is.
Saturday.
We have Friday. You're right. The boys don't play.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, we'll have Jones versus Locust Grove at 6 p.m. With commentary. The sessions will start at 10 o'clock tomorrow. John Marshall versus Bethany, boys and girls. Then at 1 p.m., Lindsay will play Douglas, a single girls game at 1 o'clock. And then the evening session, like I said, the 6 o'clock game, Locust Grove versus Jones. And then the Locust Grove boys will battle the Cushing Tigers. So we thank you for joining us once again. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night.